Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So we're going to jump right into it. If you guys remember, when I first moved in, we discovered there was a leak in the ceiling. Jeremy did fix the leak. I don't remember what all he did exactly, but he did fix it. A lot of it had to do with the gutters, and there was a hole and blah, blah, blah. So he fixed that. But in the meantime, we had to kind of decide what we wanted to do with the ceiling. So as you all can see in the back, they had started doing something. I don't exactly know what that design's called. I'm sure it's something very obvious that I've thought of before. It's not tile. They had just taken some plywood or some paneling and put it on there and painted it and, done like a crisscross pattern, which I really liked, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to go through with it. And Jeremy and I both liked the original paneling, or whatever you call it, tile that was on there. It was trailer tile. It was original to the trailer. And we were going to try and keep it or see if we could find it. Jeremy couldn't find it anywhere. He called around a bunch of specialty places to see if he could order it, etc. Long story short, weren't able to find it. So we decided to continue the pattern from the kitchen ceiling into the living room. So he put insulation in, as you guys saw, and then covered it up. Now, as he was going in here, he found another spot. Fortunately, the hole had already been fixed, but part of the ceiling had been damaged, so we would have had to replace more pieces than just the one. And so that's what's going on here. Just a spoiler alert, we do not finish the ceilings in this video. We have bought the paint for it. We bought everything for it except for the wood. We had to match the wood. Like the geniuses that we are, we didn't measure before we went to Lowe's to see how much we needed the wood, what size it was exactly. So we had to go back and get it at a different time. It took me a couple days. Been trying to figure out what kind of color I wanted to do for the ceiling. What I don't mean the ceiling, I mean like the pieces of wood. They had done some kind of overlay thing, like it's almost like a shiplap look, I guess. You guys, I'm really struggling. I have got a new set of Invisalign in, so that's why it sounds like I have a pretty excessive lisp. Anyway, long story short with that too, I guess that's going to be my quote for this whole thing. That's a saying I'm going to use. I'm going to paint all of it white. We're going to keep the beams white. We're going to keep the wall white. I think that's very simple. I think it'll go well. I have enough I'm being polite to myself here. I've got eclectic taste. I like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I always tend to go with big, bold colors or big, bold pieces. I don't want to do that with the walls. I don't want the walls to be pieces. I just want them to be simple. I'm going to stick with the Ghost Ship. If you guys have been here for a minute, Ghost Ship is what I use in the double wide. It's a very, very light. It's like a bluish white. It almost looks white. It almost looks blue, if that makes any sense, but you guys will see. That's what color I'm going to go with. The wall and the ceiling is just going to be white, and so are the beams. I think that's going to look good. I had toyed with the idea of painting the beams black, but I'm not going to do that. I just think it would be too much. I think it would be way too bold. And I honestly think it would make it look smaller in here already. And I don't know if you guys can really tell at the end, just putting these up in the living room made it feel smaller. So I really wish we could have kept the original ceilings. I have them in my bedroom, but they never finished the bedroom back here either. And they kind of started the process of doing the crisscross as well, or the ladders, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, but we'll worry about my bedroom when we get to it. This was obviously one of the first things we had to fix because it was a hole and wintertime's coming. So right now we're just focusing on insulation. Putting insulation right now underneath the house with the water pipes. In a trailer, you have to make sure that you insulate your pipes or they will freeze. If you guys remember last year at my other trailer, the pipes froze twice. Got up underneath there. You can buy little kits for your, to insulate and stuff. And actually in the part of West Virginia we're in, it really doesn't get that cold during the winter. I mean, it'll snow here and there, but the area that we live in, it usually stays about 40 during the winter. It'll drop down below freezing every now and then. So, but yeah, that's about it. As you guys can see, Jeremy, I didn't show you guys him putting up all of the slats. They ended up being about $22 a piece, I think. Had to buy 8 of them. Y'all can do the math. So, and then the paint, gosh, paint is so expensive. I think it was $45 for a gallon of paint. I remember when you can get a gallon of it at Walmart for $11. Now, I've moved up a little bit in the world. I'm not buying my paint at Walmart. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I've just gotten used to buying it. The Valspar is what I like. It's tried and true from, that's not the name of it. I was just saying it's like tried and true to me. I get from Lowe's. It's just something I'm dependent, I enjoy or whatever, or I prefer. I can't think of anything else that we had to get for the project. We're going to have to get some, obviously, 2x1s, 1x2s, I don't know. So something I didn't know the other day was that lumber, whoever does the wood stuff, they don't have to measure the wood exactly. Like, I was like, why can't you just get a 2x4? I was asking Jeremy that. I was like, why do you have to like measure the wood if you know that's a 2x4? And he said, well, because I guess they don't have to have it accurate anymore when you go to the wood store, like the lumber store or whatnot. Like, it can say it's a 2x4, but it's actually like 2 3/4 or whatnot. I'm sure you guys get what I'm saying. But anyway, I did not know that, which goes to show that I don't use the measuring tape as often. But I thought that was absolutely crazy. And my goofy butt was thinking it was some kind of mathematical formula that I was just not aware of, all those theories and theorems and etc. I did not do very well in math, y'all. I probably learned more about math when I was homeschooling my kids than I did the entire time I was in school. Not that it was anybody's fault, but shoo, just couldn't get it. But here you go. This is what it looks like now. Obviously where the cracks are, we're going to put, or the seams, we're going to put the stuff down, and it'll help where the little places are popping up. But I'm going to paint all this white and paint the boards white and all that. So, but we're going to do the whole ceiling. I'm going to paint all the trim white too, and then y'all can see there what it's going to look like.
A quick Kroger haul just because the prices were fantastic. It was $70. No. Wait, where is this? This is your receipt. Okay, anyway, we've got two different receipts. It was like what, $60.35 before? $69 before. So I got toaster treats. I know these are awful, but we're having a hard time getting Joe to eat breakfast, and he likes the strawberry. These were $2.99 plus I got 10% off. I really wanted to try these. These were that save five, what was it? Buy five, save $1. So these ended up being $1.99. I've really been wanting to try those. I got Jeremy one. Here's the receipt. It was, so I saved $39.76. 2 banana bread, and I'm obviously not at my house. We went after church. Frosted strawberry milkshake, and then let's go over here. I got 2 of these because they were on sale too. They ended up being $3.49. These are normally $5. And was there one other thing, or was that it? Oh, the water bottle. And then Jeremy got these the other day. Everything was marked down. This is the water bottle he got. These water bottles are Mana or something. They're super expensive. They're what, normally $49?
Yeah.
You got this one for $6. Actually,
no, this was $7.50.
It ended up being.
This one was $6.
Wait, didn't it end up being $6 something because I got an extra 15%?
But this was on sale for $7.50. This was $7.50, and these were all $6.
I don't know how much that normally was.
I think it was $24.99.
All right, so let's look and see from the other day. Here they are, right here. Oh, it doesn't say what it originally was. Anyway, they're super expensive. Then he got these lunch boxes for $6 each. I think they ended up being like $5.40 after another additional discount that I get. Haley and I both bring our lunch. Haley is now working with me at the store I work at, but we were at a different one. And then the water bottles. So I drink a lot of water at work. We have those refillable water stations, and I've got to chug a ton of water. So anyway, Jeremy saved, all right, today I saved $39.76. Oh, I don't need to be showing the bottom of the receipt. And then the other day, Jeremy saved, holy crap, $70.05, plus he got Kroger fuel points. Oh gosh, have you looked? You're up to $1 off. Jeremy we use the same Kroger card, and then he uses the fuel points because his truck takes a lot more. But now he's up to $1 off. If you shop at Kroger on Fridays, you get 4 times the fuel points. Anyway, small Kroger haul. Okay, I have a very small Walmart haul. Let's see, I got bell peppers. I'm still on my bell pepper and cream cheese kick. Penne noodles because I'm going to make cracked chicken with this lemon vinaigrette, and we like to put noodles on it. Maple brown sugar oatmeal because I'm on a big kick with this with my coconut milk. This because I've been on a big gravy kick. I'm getting ready to make banana pudding. Let's see, Honey Crisp apples. That's Joe's favorite. He'll snack on those. He likes them cold though. They have to be cold. Potatoes for mashed potatoes because I'm still on that kick. Half and half for my mashed potatoes. That's what that is. Cool Whip for banana pudding. That's it. I'm on a pudding kick if you guys couldn't tell. I like the chocolate. Let's see. I think in this video too, I got a blender. I'm going to show you guys how I've been making my protein shakes. I really like this. I love chai anyway. It's one of my favorites. And then these for the banana pudding. So it came to $36, I think. So real small haul. Jeremy and I have been kind of splitting groceries at Sam's because individually we really don't need Sam's, but we split the orders between us. So anyway, and then sometimes I eat over there. Sometimes he eats over here. So that's why you kind of see these mixed food hauls. So yeah, Walmart pickup, everything was great. $36.
You guys have seen me do this multiple times on this channel, and you've definitely seen me go through my dresser and my vanity a couple times, but this is what happens when I forget that I'm a clutterbug. And if I have a surface right by the door, I'm going to put something on it. And that's exactly what I did with this, so I had to take it out. So I moved this to Joe's room. We took the dresser that was in Joe's room and brought it over to Jeremy's because he didn't have a dresser. He had originally had the double bunk beds. The bunk beds with the double bed on the bottom, like a double size, not a queen size, it's a double bed. Yeah, anyway. The mattress, it's the size below a queen. Why can't my brain work? Anyway, so he had it at his house originally, but we brought it over here so Michael had somewhere to sleep when he was here. And it has those dressers in the bottom. So Joe didn't have a dresser over there, so he took the one that was in Joe's bedroom, and we moved this into Joe's bedroom because all of his clothes hang, and then the few drawers that are in here for socks and underwear and little things like that we can put in there. And I hated to do it, but I cluttered it up. Like I did it again, so I've got to quit doing that. So now my bedroom is very simple. I have my dresser in here. I brought the blue chair in here from the living room, and I have my bed, and that's great, and I'm happy with it. I don't know. I really get, like, I'm 41 years old, and I feel like if I know better, I should do better. And I don't know what the reason is. In the moment, I'm not going to say I can't. I don't, and I won't, and who knows. So anyway, and I'm not trying to be down on I guess I am being down, but I'm not meaning to. I have made a ton of progress. It really didn't take me too long to go through all of this. It ended up taking me maybe a total of an hour. That was a little bit longer than I expected. But as I have dwindled down all of my stuff, I have realized I'm down to the things that I just have a hard time letting go. A lot of this stuff I use. I don't use it all the time though, but I do use it every now and then. And if I use something more than twice a month, I feel like I should keep it. I know some of y'all have more stricter rules, and I think that's great. I admire that discipline. I am not at that point yet. I do have to think about where I was 5 years ago, and it would have taken me, like I said, days. There would have been much more stuff to go through. And I have done better, and I have made progress. But you know what? Sometimes, even though slow and steady is better, man, it feels good to get something done quickly, you know. And there's a couple YouTubers on there that I watch. One of them in particular, you know, she's taking her time and chipping away, and sometimes I get irritated thinking, man, you should do that quicker. But then I realize It's got nothing to do with her. She's doing great. To each his own. We all don't work the same. It'd be a dull and boring world if we did. And I have no room to judge because I'm sure you guys sometimes get frustrated here watching me, seeing me declutter the same stupid thing, like literally watching me make the mistakes. And I know that's what it is, because usually when we get irritated with somebody, it's just a reflection of our own self. We're, what is it, deflecting. I found this in there. Isn't that weird? Like a little carousel horse. I don't know where it came from. It wasn't mine. Anyway, saying like what would irritate me about it is I'm like, it's not that I'm irritated with her. When it comes down to it, I don't really care what's going on in her house. I mean, I like her, and you don't want to see anything bad happen about it, but it's like, it doesn't affect me. So why am I upset? And it's like, because I feel like I'm not moving quick enough. And I feel like I'm not going through stuff quick enough. And I am. I'm going through stuff just great. I'm going through stuff just fine, because some things are sticking, and that's great. Progress, not perfection. I love that saying. I've heard it a lot, in the recovery community, and it's true for all of life. It is all, actually, the first place I ever heard it was on Cambria, but then I guess it's a recovery saying. So, it's obviously not mine, but I do love that saying. Like, it's so true. And I think about that with the house too. Like, there's some places that I come home and I'm like, man, I really got to get to that. But it's like, nope, today's not the day to do it. I need to focus on this area because that's what I said I was going to do, and it's more of a priority. And I just got to learn to be okay with it. I was actually talking about that with somebody at work today. Like, I do work, if y'all don't know, I work at a very large retail grocery store. And before I had my last job, which was at the Addiction Resource Center, I used to get anxiety about every little thing. Like, if just every little thing, just anxious, it wouldn't matter what it was. And then after going through a lot of the experiences that I went through there, seeing a lot of the things that I did, hearing a lot of things that I did, I still struggle with a lot of it. A lot of it stuck with me. I'm getting a little personal here. I have night terrors. I don't sleep very well. I get a lot of intrusive thoughts. There's a lot of stuff from my job that I'm realizing now, the further I go on, that have just really stuck with me. I don't want to say that it's traumatized me, but it's just a lot of baggage that I'm going to be carrying for a while. And I guess when you work in an environment like that, that's kind of, well, it was life or death. It was in a different way than like in a hospital type setting. But, when people are choosing to, well, they're not choosing. When you're struggling with, anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself and I'm getting a little upset with it. The point is, my priorities with work have changed. I go to my job right now, and you have to have a grocery store to eat. It is very important. It is necessary, So my job is important, and everybody that works there, their job is important. However, it's a large corporation. Things aren't going to get done because there's just, and if any of y'all have ever worked in retail like that, you know what I'm saying. There's never enough people, and there's always way too much stuff to be done. And the expectations are never realistic, and that's just corporate world, and that's fine. I mean, it sucks, but, I've just learned that I'm going to go to work. I'm going to do the best that I can. I'm going to go home, and I'm not going to think about it. So, that's where I'm at right now. And I can go to work, and normally I would have gotten anxious had I not been able to get all the things that needed to be put up because I didn't have time, but it wouldn't have been realistic in the first place anyway, because, so-and-so's not here, so-and-so went over here and worked. So, here I am thinking that I'm going to be upset because I can't do the job of two people in a span of 4 hours. It's just not like that. Now, I work with some great people that have very realistic expectations. Even though, and like I've said before, y'all know how corporate, if you worked in any type of situation like that, y'all know how corporate goes. I mean, it's fine. So now, after going through that experience, like, I'm able to be like, I can stock this orange juice because I don't have to worry about what's going to happen to this orange juice later on. It's not going to come back and I'm going to dream about, I mean, I might in a goofy way, but y'all get what I'm saying. So to have that, some people there are people who aren't naturally anxious. I'm naturally anxious. But to get to the point where I'm at now, I had to go through some stuff to really fully appreciate working where I'm at now. So, and not to say that it was horrible and horrendous. Absolutely loved my job when I worked at the resource center. Loved it. But again, and it was hard. It was mentally hard. So anyway, you guys, that was a really long rant. So you guys can see I'm going through all this stuff. I ended up going through this in a span of 2 days. And future Erica wasn't very happy with past Erica for leaving it all. But I had some stuff that had to get done, and that was just life that day. I was thinking about that tonight while I was, pardon me, while I was getting dinner ready, and I was filming some stuff. I was filming making banana pudding, and my kitchen was dirty. I was like, man, there's people out there that can come home and just start cooking a meal and their kitchen's clean, or they could do a full-time job and do all this stuff. But I'm like, man, I'm not one of them. Like, I wish I had that type of discipline. I'm getting there. But I am also at the same time, I guess I went on that big rant to say that I am grateful now that I'm getting to the point where I'm not going to say that I don't care, but like, I can let some stuff go and just be in the moment. Like, it's not that I'm not upset that my kitchen's dirty. Like, I don't want to have a dirty kitchen. But the point was, I had to get dinner going. I was spending time with Joe and Jeremy. We had other stuff we were doing, so it was okay for that time being. This was the next day after I left. And I put all of that crap on the floor. And again, this was one of those things where I had to get a whole bunch of stuff done before I could do something else. I do have this rewards system for myself where, like in this case, I was going to go out and do a couple fun things, but I was like, well, that's fine, Erica, you can go do a couple fun things, but what you got to do first is get some laundry done and clean up that mess that's on your floor, and then you can go. You don't have to do anything else in the house, but you got to get that stuff done. I got it done, and I went out and I did my fun stuff, and it was great. Oh, I realized I'm at the end of the video, so I wanted to let y'all know, I think I've decided I'm going to do an extra video, but it's going to be kind of blog style. I've got stuff ready for a video I'm going to have come out on Saturday. It's a protein shake. I got a blender and stuff like that. I wanted to show you guys, do that, but it's not going to be like the Wednesday video is going to stay the same. It's going to be stuff around the trailer, the cleaning, the homemaking. Which I know I get kind of personal on here, but this one for Saturday will be more, it's definitely going to be more blog style and more me talking to the camera and stuff like that. Yeah, and if I do anything like reviews on products and that type of crap, I'm going to keep that for the Saturday videos. I don't like putting that stuff in the regular videos. I don't know why. It's just which I don't do that stuff very often anyway. Very rarely. I do it if there's a product that I'm like, ooh, I really want, I'm looking for, like I need one or I'm wanting to try it out. That's the only time you're going to find me doing that type of stuff. Because I, for starters, don't need a lot of crap around my house. And second of all, I don't want to waste y'all's time or my time. I definitely don't want to waste my time. I mean, I don't want to waste anybody's time. So I'm not going to do something just for the sake of doing it. But anyway, we are at the end of the video, as y'all can see, because I'm folding laundry. I let laundry pile up last week. I washed it. I just didn't fold it. And it was bad. But anyway, I will see you guys Saturday with a new video. Again, blog style type stuff. It's going to be random. If you guys got any requests for stuff that you want to see, let me know. Put it down there. But wherever you guys are at, I hope you're having a blessed one. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.